Hey Curious, when it comes to family lives and problems, celebrities are no exception. They too go through difficult times dealing with many different situations, though the only difference is that unfortunately for them, most of their problems get aired out in the press for the entire world to see, as it recently has been with rapper Iggy Azalea, who has been having troubles with her ex-boyfriend and the father of her son. What did she reveal about her ex in now deleted tweets? What is their feud about? And who is Playboi Carti? And what do we know about her son, Onyx? So you better stay with me until the very end to find out all the answers to these questions. But before we continue, don't forget to hit the bell and the subscription buttons to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos. Let's start with giving you some info about the rapper. As fans of the star will know, Iggy is her stage name. Her real name is Amethyst Amelia Kelly, and on June 7th of 1990 in Sydney, Australia, she was born. Her father, Brandon, was an artist and an author of children's books, and her mother, Tanya, worked as a cleaner. Despite being born in a big city, the fancy rapper actually grew up in a town called Mullumbimby, and the population is only about 3,000 people. Talk about a small town where everyone probably knows each other's business. As you could imagine, growing up, Iggy had dreamed of a life beyond the countryside, and it began to appeal more to her after a 2001 road trip to America with her grandparents, where she visited Los Angeles and Las Vegas. At the age of 12, she had also started listening to hip-hop, and in an interview in 2015 with Vogue, she revealed that some of her favorite artists included Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, and artists who made her fall in love with the genre, Tupac. In the same interview, she had revealed that it was his posthumous 1999 single with Outlawz titled Baby Don't Cry that made her fall in love with the genre. Having experienced cities where her favorite music was made and which was constantly bustling with life, no matter the day or time, had made her feel somewhat isolated once she returned to Australia, and it was then that she turned to the internet to bring herself closer to the hip-hop community. And by doing so, she had met another teenager called Derek, and according to HungerTV.com, she had come to think of him as her only friend, and she would send him the raps that she had written, and she wanted the opinion of someone who was much closer to the action, and here obviously meaning the heart of the hip-hop community. As time went on, her desire to be in the United States only grew, and just before her 16th birthday, she was heading for the US once again for 2 weeks to visit her friend Derek in person, and it didn't take long before she had called her parents and informed them that she wouldn't be coming back to Australia, and her explanation was that being this close to the birthplace of hip-hop was enough to make her feel at home. After deciding to make America her permanent home, she moved around from Miami to Houston to Atlanta, and then in 2011 making Los Angeles her home. It was also then that she had released her mixtape called Ignorant Art, and slowly starting her career, the following year she graced the cover of XXL Magazine's 2012 freshman class issue and became the first female non-American rapper to make it onto that list. And that year she also signed with Wilhelmina Models International and was named the new face of Levi Jeans. October 2012 also saw the release of her mixtape Trap Gold, which was produced by Diplo, and after signing with the US and UK based record labels in 2013, her debut album The New Classic came out in April of 2014. The record provided her with 5 hit singles such as Fancy and Black Widow, and it debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 album chart. And the following month, she made music history by having songs on number 1 and number 2 spots on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts. And those two were the aforementioned Fancy, which was at the top, and the second was her guest starring on Ariana Grande's track Problem. Before Azalea achieved this, the last time an artist made history with that record was the Beatles in 1964, and the album had won her 4 Grammy nominations, so here it can be safely said that her decision to stay in the US was a good one. As her career was taking off and becoming more and more successful, the rapper decided to open up about a few things in her life. In a Vogue interview, she revealed that, like many other celebrities, she had some work done on her body, and in her case, it was having her breasts enlarged. She went on to say that at first, she wanted to keep this to herself, and her reason for it was that she didn't want other girls to feel bad about their own bodies, though in the end, she decided to share the news, and she wasn't into secret keeping. A few months after that interview, she also opened up to 17 magazine and told them that she had a nose job and masking such a decision was an emotional journey. However, she still had a message to her fans, telling them that not everything can be changed, and that no one can ever be entirely perfect. And where the rapper's dislike for keeping secrets is concerned, she also had to share some pretty big news with her fans this year. On June 10th, she had announced that she had given birth to her son called Onyx. In an Instagram story at the time, she wrote, "I have a son. I kept waiting for the right time to say something, but it feels like the more time passes, the more I realize I'm always going to feel anxious to share the news that the giant with the world. I want to keep his life private, but I wanted to make it clear that he is not a secret and I love him beyond words." At that time, she didn't give her son son's name, nor did she announce who the father was. At the time, it was all the fans knew was that she had a son, and that was it. Then a month later, according to Billboard, the artist had published a video of an audio recording, which has since been deleted, which was titled Amethyst and Onyx. And as we said at the beginning, Iggy's real name is Amethyst, which would mean that her son was called Onyx. And it is kind of adorable that she would also name him after a gemstone, and it was something that the fans pointed out in the comments, to which she replied, "We go so well together." While she never revealed who the baby daddy was, a lot of the fans suspected that it was her ex-boyfriend Playboi Carti. The Australian MC first began dating the American rapper whose real name is Jordan Terrell Carter in 2018, but they had split briefly in December of 2019. When the news was announced, a lot of the fans, while discussing whether Carter was the father, they were also confused as to when their favorite artist was even pregnant. Now it seems that there has been much drama involving those three this year, and that Azalea took to her Twitter account to share with the world over the period of the 24th and 25th of December, and in a series of posts on the social media page, which has since been deleted, she blasted at her ex for canceling plans to spend Christmas with his son mere days before the holidays, and she shared that he wouldn't spend the holiday period with them, but he would have a girl he cheated on Iggy with, and while she was pregnant, at his album launch party. It seemed that the Australian rapper wasn't holding back. In other tweets that she had shared, she revealed that their son was planned, and they both wanted him, and when it came time to giving birth, it was planned C-section, which Playboi Carti skipped out on to go play PlayStation 5 games with his friends. And this meant, as Iggy has shared, that she had to give birth completely alone due to COVID restrictions in place, and he was the only one approved to be there with her. Adding fuel to the fire, the fancy rapper revealed that while Carter claimed that he wanted the child and that it was a planned pregnancy, he refused to sign the birth certificate and won't allow for his son to have his surname. To prove this, she even shared a photo of the document as proof. If that wasn't bad enough, there were more revelations that followed, which involved the woman that Carti cheated on Iggy with, and moving into their shared home. The rapper said that after a fight in May, she had left the house with her son, and after returning a week later, all her belongings were locked in a spare bedroom, and that a woman had already had suitcases of her own belongings there. And this meant that Azalea wasn't able to move back into her house and had to live with her son in an Airbnb for months until she could figure getting her own place. Though taken to her Instagram account to share adorable and festive photos of little Onyx, it seems that she has since managed to find her own place. And to make the most of the festive period, she even organized a private meet and greet for the little boy with Santa Claus, though according to her caption, he's not too sure about him just yet. But it seems that airing out all that had happened might have been for the best. While Playboi Carti is yet to publicly respond to the accusations, Iggy took to her Twitter once again to announce that she's giving him another chance to do it right by their son. In the post, she explained that he's going to change for the better with her son, and that it was all that she wanted from it. When a fan commented underneath it asking her to not fall for his trap again, the rapper explained there was no way that that was happening, and this was all about Onyx, and she had also revealed that she will not allow herself to be manipulated again, which she said was the reason for her initial breakup. So curious, what do you think about the drama with Iggy and Playboi Carti? Do you think that the two will be able to work it out and agree on some ways to co-parent their little treasure? Is she right by giving him another chance? And did you even know that Azalea had even had a son? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you again in the next video.